Okay. Dan who? Dan double you. Let's go. Ow, wow, listen right now. Everybody knows the man that says pow. Start the show, gonna talk some toys. This is for the grown-up girls and boys making noise. Let's start the show. Talking Marvel Legends and the money that we blow. Honestly, look, there ain't no stopping me. Turtles and Joes too, let's do this properly. Need to buy more toys, don't tell my bank. Wasn't me, promise it was Hellfire Hank. Whole Who crew, look, they made me do it. If it lands in my door, then I best review it. Screw it, I don't usually boast, but I got Rich M, he's here to host. Raise a toast and raise some ducks. This isn't your average show, we're deluxe. Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews, as always. My name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. Hello, how are we doing? Happy Thursday to you all. We are back once again to fill the void that is Marvel Legend news. They are on hiatus as they are saving it all for New York Comic Con. So until then, we are going off breadcrumbs, people. But there are breadcrumbs to follow. Follow up from last week, absolutely. And Rich is going to be excited to recap the potential of the Engine of Vengeance.
I'm so excited. Oh.
Rich, how are you doing though? You had a busy week?
I'm doing good, Dan. I'm doing good.
Busy week as usual?
Yeah, not too busy, but not like it's not stressful. Just busy but nice.
Yeah, good to hear. Yeah, this week has gone fast for me as well. Super busy. But yes, people in the chat, we are back as we are usually every single Thursday, super consistent. Ignore Justin collects. The beef is real. But yes, we are back.
He's only been doing it 3 weeks.
Exactly.
He's like, you cook. He won't last long. We're all cook with you forever. We are.
Exactly. You can't get rid of us. Do you know what? It's 4 years in, Rich. And before we went live, I have finally fixed the audio issue. Rich can now hear Friday. So if today is the day of Super Chats, let me do the housekeeping so we can get into this, because I need Rich to hear this live for the first time in 4 years. He can hear the Super Chats. Okay, let me go to my housekeeping. Go check out all the long form content on the channel. Legends and Liquor does return this week. We have skipped the weeks, have moved forward, so it is all in line now with New York Comic Con in a couple of weeks' time. So yes, the Legends and Liquor schedule for this week is the 6th, which is this Sunday, and then the 20th, which is the Sunday of New York Comic Con. That means I'm not streaming on the 27th when we're traveling back from London. So perfect timing. So Legends and Liquor returns this Sunday and then on the 20th. If you want to get involved, you know what to do. Start hitting me up right now. Don't wait until 10 minutes before I'm about to go live on a Sunday, all right? Hit me up, Legends and Liquor. You know the score. Right, Friday. As I said, today is the day because Rich should finally be able to hear her glorious voice. For the whole time that we have been streaming on YouTube, because I use Streamlabs, I couldn't convert my audio and my computer audio into the feed. But Zoom have had a few updates since then. Times has moved on, and Rich can now hear the audio from Streamlabs. So he should be able to hear Friday. So if you want to contribute to today's show or send Rich a lovely message to hear it for the first time, anything over £4, be nice. Don't mention, you know who not to mention. Anything over £4 or $4, Friday, our talking robot assistant who works on a Thursday will read your super chat out loud. All right, we appreciate you. You want to take it one step further, you hit that join button, become a channel member, and if you become a channel member, you literally become a part of the channel, and you can join us for the Who Crew Deluxe after show. Every single Thursday we go live for a little bonus show after the main show where you can join us and recap the topic we have just discussed and get your thoughts. It's always fun. It's like a pre-mini Legends and Liquor behind the scenes, if you will. All right, so get involved. If you don't want to join the show, you can still watch it if you are a Who Crew Deluxe tier. We appreciate you, all right? So now, Rich, we just wait for the first super chat to hear her voice. We might be waiting a while, but it's fine.
What will it be?
What will it be? Yeah, we might be waiting a while. It's fine. Right, there is a question in the live poll today that is basically a little whet in the appetite for today's conversation. It says, which do you want a second chance at? Why are we talking about second chances? Well, as I said, there are breadcrumbs out there. I did post a little video on Monday after I finished football. I showered. I went, right, I need to start off the month with some content. And yeah, I went for a little bit of clickbait. But to be fair to me, like, let's be honest, right? it is pretty clickbaity. I'm very self-aware, but welcome to YouTube, people. Welcome to the internet. Every other fucker do as it. Why not me? Oh wait, Rich, do you hear it?
Money in the bank.
RP
Money in the
donated
bank.
$5.
RP. Hello, RP. Hello.
Yes, he can hear it. Rich, you don't know how happy this makes me. Brandon was on a co-host on this show, and he never got to experience Friday. You've been here for nearly 2 years now, and you can finally hear Friday. It makes me so happy. We can sit and do watch-alongs now. We can watch videos together. God. It's going to be a great time.
The technology is just like, boom. Flames last week, sound this week. What's next week?
Honestly, I'm going up in the world. Right, okay. Thank you very much, RP. We appreciate you. Rich heard you. He says hello. That's one of my favourite super chats now, just for the pure fact that Rich could hear it. Woohoo! He says. Kev's Collectibles says, have a great day. A good day to Dan and Rich. Good day to you too, Kev. We will come to the chat in a minute, but as I was saying, we are discussing second chances. So just for a little bit of fun, I put the 4 HasLabs there. Now, one of them wasn't successful. I'm assuming you know which one. But just curious, out of you guys, which would you like a second chance at if, again, big if you were given the opportunity at a HasLab, again, at its original retail price, which one would you go for? Which one do you want a second opportunity at? The Sentinel, the original, Galactus, which was the second, Engine of Vengeance was the third, unfortunately failed, and then Giant Man was last year's. We should be getting that this month. It is due in October. Hopefully by the time we get to MCM, we can have our Hanks in hand. Not Hellfire Hank either. But yes, get involved with the poll. Over 80 votes so far, and 45% of the people would like a second chance at a Sentinel. I do have a best. Let me just grab him. I would also, if I was voting in my own poll, would also vote for Sentinel because it's the only army builder out of those HasLabs. So considering I backed them all, if I was going to go back and get any more, it would probably be another Sentinel. So yeah, here he is. He's a big boy. The lights don't work on this one, but he is very good. I would want another absolutely. Tanner says, let's get that Engine of Vengeance. Wow, there may be second chances upon us. We shall see. Chelsea have just scored as well. Good to know. But no one cares. It's fine. Right, let's go say hello to some people. Just to be completely transparent with people, I said it to Rich before we went live. The team I support, Chelsea, now playing a league that is on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock, which is not great timing for me. So I have them on a little extra monitor just to the side of me because I'm super professional. So it's not going to be distracting at all. But we are 1-0 up. I'll take it. Right. Okay. Let me scroll up a little bit. Tac Customs is in the building. Shout out to Mark. He should have been in Birmingham on Sunday, but was under the weather. So sending well wishes to Mark. Hope you get better, my friend. Save all that health and energy for MCM in a couple of weeks' time.
He's probably ill because he thought he had to come to Birmingham.
Yeah, probably that. Probably licked
apologies to all Birmingham residents. Apologies.
Damien is also coming MCM. He says happy afternoon. He also says Engine of Vengeance. I'm ignoring every comment from Justin Collects from now on, so I'm just going to ignore him. Andy B says, where's the 2024 HasLab Fing Fan Foom on the second chance poll? That's the one I'd like to get. Wow, Andy, there is no HasLab for 2024, but there may be some positives to why. Again, we shall discuss. Gary A says the Sentinel released just before I started collecting. I would buy it now. Yeah, it's crazy to think, like, when you've been collecting for like so long, it's crazy to think that people have started collecting after the fact. And there's people that have started collecting today. There's people that started collecting yesterday. Do you know, like, there's always jumping on points, and that's why these companies have to be aware to always be consistently releasing key characters and stuff. So there's a fine balance in this collecting world, that's for damn sure. Who else we got? The Fossil says what woot. Hobby says hello Rich and Dan. I think our friend Quinn Comics was in right at the start. Now it's disappeared from here, but I shout out Quinn Comics if you are watching. If we are live in the store, spend some money at Quinn Comics as always. Who else we got? Jellyfigs. Paul McCarthy used to live in Birmingham, I think, but I think he has moved out the area. But he's in the chat. He says, hello all, hope all is good. I'd love to get a chance at bagging a Galactus if I can sneak it past Lady Mac. Lady Mac's cool. She'd let you have a Galactus, surely. Lady Mac, can he have a Galactus? Surely she'd let you have one. David Evan Smith says, "Pow." Mackerson says, "Hello, Who Crew," or "Hey, Who Crew." Super Sorrel's there as well. He says, "Evening." We got Disavowed. Craig's Nostalgic Dot Collection. Don't forget the dots. He's got a fancy new computer now. He's told me he's going to step into the YouTube world. Exciting times ahead of you. Look at Rich, he's well excited. Can't subscribe yet, Rich. Can't subscribe yet.
Will he be on time now that he's got a new computer? That's what I want to know.
We will find out. We will find out. Who else we got? Robert says, "Hello everyone watching Dan and Rich." Hello everyone. Doesn't say hello to us. He just says hello to everyone that's watching us. But
hello
ignores
to everyone
us.
Watching.
All right,
these
fine,
shit
Robert.
People.
Yeah, fine, Robert. That's how it is. Okay, so Damien says, "First ever MCM coming up. No excitement yet." No excitement yet. He's not excited yet. Is that what you're saying? So you're saying you're not excited yet? Okay, that's fair enough. Still a few weeks away. Okay. Right. Hello. It says Encanto Culture. Right. Okay. David. Virtual Dave is there as well. He says, "I would like a new HasLab Sentinel and have an even bigger rock." Oh, okay.
Would the new HasLab Sentinel have a bigger rock?
Oh, would it have it? Okay, I see where he's going there. Because the 2-pack Sentinels had a rock. I'm with you. I'm on the same wavelength now. It takes me a minute to catch up, that's all. Right, okay, Rich. I heard a minute ago you said you wanted some fire.
Oh,
say no more.
Flames.
Ooh,
so hot. So hot.
We're so hot. What can we say? So, yes. So, let's just start off with any pickups. Now, thanks to you, Rich, you diverted your US Amazon order in the direction of my address so I could do a little review of it, because I'm so excited to dive in to the accessories of this pack.
I'm sorry about the custom charges you had that due to the weight of that package and all of those accessories. I apologize.
So many accessories. The video may take me a while because I'm going to have to do a lot of research about these very character-specific accessories and where they were plucked from within the comic book pages and the source material. But yeah, so many accessories that it's like, I can't. It's crazy amount of accessories. But yes, I do have this. Robo the bastard put up a review just today. The bastard, damn you, Robo. I like Robo though, so Robo's allowed. But yeah, Robo put the review up, and I also managed to get the Doctor Strange set as well. So both those Amazon exclusives are coming through. I think they are both due UK Amazon shortly, right? Because that one's from Amazon US. So
yeah, this month I think both of them are due the end of the month.
So if you're willing to pay the little extra shipping, then Amazon US, you can get things quicker, it seems.
I mean, I got Rogue and Destiny from Amazon.com because they cancelled the Cabal 3-pack. So I was like, I'm probably not going to get it from Amazon UK. So I was like, I wanted the Rogue and Destiny one. So that's why I shipped it.
So now you can't.
I've still got the other one with them.
Now Amazon UK can't have our money because you keep letting us down. So I've got those two. Other than that, I've got a few things, but I'll show them off on Legends and Liquor because they're not really Legends related. What about you? You caught up with what you've wanted so far this year?
Oh, Dan, I perhaps got the best figure in the world.
Let's go full screen for this then. Go on.
What did I love as a child? I loved Masters of the Universe, and I loved He-Man. And what was my favorite Master of the Universe character?
She-Ra.
It was the Sorceress.
Oh,
the Sorceress, Dan.
I knew it was a female.
From the Turtles, who's my favorite character from the Turtles?
Tempest.
No, April O'Neil. April O'Neil. Look what's come out. Caw. It's the April O'Neil Sorceress figure. Is it a Canberra? Is it a mallet? Look, she can see into your soul. Dan.
Does it magnify? Is that what it is?
It's just like you look through it and it's like a Canberra, like ooh. Look.
Oh, because she's April O'Neil. Okay. I told you it takes me a while to catch up, but I'm with you. So it's a camera. She's a news reporter. She's got a camera and a mallet. Okay, I'm with you. So
one you've got being the turtle fan of the duo, yeah.
Oh no! Look, I've got the crew. Look at all four of them up there.
You only get the turtles,
Yeah. So I'm trying to be strict. I did say that, and then immediately broke my rule and got Shredder. So, and then I also think I might get Splinter. So, and Casey Jones looks pretty cool as well. And then I'm going to need Bebop and Rocksteady. Do you know, so it's always a slippery slope.
April as well,
yeah, I know. Her wings take up a lot of retail space, though, don't they? Or a lot
but Dan, they come off.
Oh,
look, there we go.
I'm sold. I'm sold. Where are you buying these from? Because in the UK, they're fucking hard to get hold of.
Comics and Cocktail, I got mine from.
Okay, yeah, I think I did get a couple of mine from Comic and Cocktails.
But then because I got this one, I've ordered Tila now as well. I think she's coming tomorrow because it was like I can't just have one, can I? I need something else to go on my shelf.
You have a couple of She-Ra figures though, right? You got She-Ra and her horse and whatnot. You've got a couple of Masters.
Got all figures. I've got
so they could
quite a few She-Ra figures.
Yeah, so. You could fit on with them for sure. She could fit with them. They're the same.
I've got a queue with just Tila and Evil Lins and Sorceresses, so I can go on that one.
There you go. Why is this pod on fire? Thank you, California Red Devil. Because he said it, not us. That was a compliment from California Red Devil. He just clearly thinks our pod is so hot that he called it fire, which I appreciate, California Red Devil. So that's great. I'm going to put that as a quote. Do you know when they quote like what people think of the pod? I'll be like, California Red Devil, why is this pod fire? What can I say? Great co-host. That's all I'm saying.
If you are sitting there now and your lower regions are on fire, then book into the STD clinic. Yeah. It's worth it, right?
Okay, so that's our pickups then. Not a lot. I did go to Toy Fair on Sunday, and I did spend a lot more money than I wanted to, Rich. But sometimes you just have to. For example, I'll just a little tease. I'll talk about this in more detail in Legends and Liquor, but a fresh case original 1993 Power Ranger. Like, just how nostalgic is that?
How much was that?
£40. Case fresh. They had the whole set. Case fresh.
Still cheaper than the Super 7 remake version.
Exactly. This is the point. So the Super 7 ones are not on Amazon UK. They're on not Amazon, sorry. So they're on Hasbro Pulse US, not on Hasbro Pulse UK. But I only would have brought the Super 7 ones due to nostalgia anyway. So why not just buy the original fucking thing? It was literally there. A guy apparently had loads of case fresh Turtles and Power Rangers that just genuinely look brand new from 1992. Like, look at the still sealed, like absolutely in great condition, no bangs and scratches and rips. Honestly, so good. I couldn't leave without it. So yeah, super nostalgic. And I did spend a little bit more money on some other things, but I discussed them on Sunday. Legends and Liquor, we can go down that rabbit hole a little bit more. But today, we'll try and keep it on theme with Legends. And you ask why there is fire, California Red Devil. Well, it's because I reckon I said it on the last stream. My last stream was called Mephisto is Coming. And as I said a disclaimer at the start of the video that yes, it's a bit clickbaity, of course it is, but it's welcome to YouTube, people. It is what it is. But I also had genuine reasons why
we on YouTube, what?
Well, yes, yeah. But I also had genuine reasons to why I came to that conclusion. Like, again, if you're a Legends fan, I'm sure you were also aware of these conclusions. So today I'm going to provide you the evidence of, again, why I think Mephisto's coming, but then also what we may get a second chance of, because Dan Yoon's been at his tricks again on Twitter or X, whatever you refer to it as now. He posted that we won't be getting any pre-orders for the next couple of weeks, but we're getting a second chance at something. And again, we'll come to all of that in a minute. So let me find my evidence. Right, let me find the right clip. Right, here we go. I'm pressing the wrong buttons again. Okay, it's this one, isn't it? Right. Ignore me. Right, here we go.
It's like being back in court today. Receipts, proof, timelines.
Yeah. Don't start timelines. That was a whole thing in the toy community for a while as well. Right, okay. Let me get rid of this chat. Right, YouTube chat, I love you, but you're gone. Right, let's replace you with the facts. All right, okay. So my conclusions are based off evidence. Right, Dan Yoon, as we know, marketer for Marvel at Hasbro. We know he's a good lad. He's a good lad, that Dan Yoon. He likes to keep the community updated. He likes to be transparent and likes to communicate, and he does that via Twitter. All right, definitely more active on Twitter than he is anywhere else. This is his place where he talks directly to the Legends community. So he usually does a few little teasers, lets you know what pre-orders are coming. But last week on the 29th, so what was the 29th? The 29th was Sunday. So this was Sunday. He says, no new pre-orders for a little bit. I'm rich, baby. Did you hear that, Rich? You still hearing this? You did hear that. For the record, Mr. Who spent more than me at Toy Fair. From Dan Yoon's tweet, I figured the EOV will return as the next made to order, just minus the lights and extra figures. Okay, there's Jay's conclusions. Thank you very much, Jay. We will get to that. But let me go back to reading the tweet. It says...
Who just wants the car? That's a bit shit.
We're discussed. Like, so, no new pre-orders for a little bit, but that means something coming in New York Comic Con. Maybe a second chance on something, save that bread, bacon and cheese. At first I thought the man was just hungry, but then I realised he was referring to money. Slang term for money, Rich. Dough. Get that dough. Get that cheddar, okay? So he's saying save that money. Dan likes to do that when things are going to be a little bit more expensive. Now, again, I get it. Toys are expensive, Legends are expensive, but you know what I mean. Something on the higher end of the spectrum. He likes to just give us a bit of a heads up, which we appreciate. Thank you, Dan. So, second chance at something, okay? So there's this, he's saying a second chance. Again, let's be honest, right? Let's be honest. That could be anything. Absolutely any Marvel Legend that has ever been released could get released again. And technically, that would be a second chance. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong button. That would be a second chance. But let's try and narrow it down a little bit, right? So
Dan, I got it. I've got it solved already.
Okay,
I know what it is.
Go on.
I know what it is.
Go on.
There is only one figure this year that is sold out, universally acclaimed, top 10 figure of the year. It is, of course, Red Widow re-released for all the people who missed it. Red Widow re-release. This is my original one. Also, like, if you want to make an offer now for $300, you can hit me up on PayPal. But yeah, this is what it's going to be. It's going to be Red Widow, figure of the year, Jesse Falcon's favorite thing. Amazing work by everyone at Hasbro. Look at that. Oh,
confirmed. There you
much
go.
Wanted figure. I love her.
You heard it here. A single packed Red Widow. It could be. Look, let's be honest. She falls into the category. She is a previously released Marvel Legend. People may have missed out. You could get a second chance. I'm sure if you went to any retail shop right now that she is sold, she's probably still in stock. They're probably giving them away at this point, but she's there, right? She's fair game. But let me provide some more evidence, right? So let me get rid of this tweet, and hopefully, Rich, if my audio works well, then you should hear this as well as the chat, all right? So the chat, let me know if you hear this, okay? Right.
Going to be available for pre-order exclusively on the Hasbro Pulse through October 17th. Again, this is not a HasLab crowdfund campaign. We're trying something a little bit different this year. We wanted to make it as simple and as accessible as possible for this really fun character. If you're interested in Dragon Man, you don't have to worry about other characters, other figures,
listen to what he's
unlocks. Just go pre-order your Dragon Man on the Pulse before October 17th. And you might notice that that's the day before New York Comic Con.
Whoa.
So it would appear we're trying to wrap up Dragon Man before New York Comic Con. I don't know. Let's make Dragon Man a success and see what other types of things we can bring out. Maybe
at New York Comic Con.
Model. Yeah. All right.
You know, just a little bit away.
Okay. So.
Right. Okay. So there's that, Rich. So did you hear that? Oh wait, I've crashed Rich. Okay. Did the chat hear that at least? I hope so. Anyway, did you hear that, Rich? Are you still there? Am I still here? Right. We did it was a little quiet. Yeah, the audio on that clip was a little quiet, but you heard it. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yes, we hear. Okay, good. Richard, you still there?
Yeah, I did hear it. It just crashed my computer. I think the technology was just too much, Dan. Too much.
We've upgraded too much. We've ruined the technology. All right. Maybe let's get rid of the flyer. Maybe calm it down. It's getting too hot in here. We're burning wires or something. I don't know. Right. Let's calm it down. Right. So you heard it, right? So this is what I was referring to. That last week, I said that Ryan made a point to say that the Dragon Man open pre-order, ends before New York Comic Con. So I assumed that he brought attention to that, so it sort of allows an opportunity for something similar to go up at New York Comic Con. That's what I assumed. From that clip, Rich, would you think I'm assuming correctly? Did he mention Dragon Man's pre-order particularly, or whatever the word is, for that very reason, that there will be a similar style pre-order? There's certain words I can't say in life. It is what it is.
Specifically.
Thank you. You can say that word from now on. You're in charge of that word. But did he say that because a similar type of pre-order is going to go live?
I mean, surely they're not going to put another one up as soon as one ends. That would be ridiculous.
Why would it be?
Wouldn't it?
Why would it be ridiculous though, Rich? Let's break this down a little bit. Why?
Because
why
we haven't
can't
got. You can't just keep doing like all these pre-orders. Like, you've got to give us one before you can receive the next one.
But isn't every figure we order a pre-order? Isn't that just the normal concept anyway? We pre-order. They show a figure, they put it up for pre-order, we pre-order it, and then we just wait. This would be no different to that.
Is this where we're going to now? We're just going to have to pre-order everything that we want?
Well, it's just a bigger ticket item, especially like we know this year there's no HasLab. That was confirmed at New York, at San Diego. No Marvel HasLab this year. So again, I'm just assuming that Ryan, and again, Ryan's in the chat, so he's listening to everything I say. He's going to be in the chat stirring the pot. But again, I am taking from what Ryan says and assuming that there will be a similar style pre-order announced at New York Comic Con. So now we have to guess.
I can't see it being another one of these so soon. So soon.
Why not? Why not?
Because surely they need to see if what the numbers were for the one they had, and it would be like too early to roll into the next one.
Agreed. But Ryan did say if Dragon Man does well. He did say that in that clip I just played. He says if Dragon Man does well, it might lead to something, okay? So we can just all hope, we don't know, only they know, but let's just hope that Dragon Man did well enough that they can keep their plan on track, because they clearly have plan A. If Dragon Man does well, and this is a concept which does well, then this is plan A. We can move forward with this next phase or this next item. But if Dragon Man doesn't do well, then they can pivot behind the scenes and we would never know. But let's assume that plan A stays on track, Dragon Man does well, and they can go with plan A. What would that thing Ryan is referring to at New York Comic Con be? Okay, so that's when I start plucking these other clues off the internet from what Dan said. Okay, so Ryan says that if Dragon Man does well, there'll be another pre-order, and then Dan comes out and says second chance. Okay, so that pre-order, putting those two clues together, that pre-order will be a second chance at something. Again, this is with me being a mad scientist. Do you know that guy, that meme from on the board with the crazy hair just pointing at loads of cables and pitch? That's me right now. That's just me trying to create this theory, all right? I'm that meme in real life. I'm like on the board with all these red wires going crazy, right? I haven't slept all night. I'm just trying to figure it out. If you put those two clues together, that pre-order could be the second chance that Dan is referring to, okay? Ryan's in the chat, and I want to see what he's stirring the pot and saying, because Ryan's going to want to lead us in the wrong direction. I'm very confident of it. All right, so let's go and see what Ryan's saying. He's in the chat. Shout out Ryan Ting. Thank you for dropping in. Right, what does he says? He says, well, I believe in second chances. there it is, by the way, people, if you want to see. Let's pin it. Let's just pin it so everyone can see what he's saying. Right, he says, well, I believe in second chances. I believe the world is going to end, but I would do anything to set the record straight. If you would believe, if you would believe. Okay, what's that? Is that a quote from something? Is that a song? It's probably a Blink-182 song, isn't it, or something?
I think, yeah, it's song lyrics from something. I don't know. It's not by Hilary Duff, I can tell you that.
Hang on, let's Google that. I'm going into crazy inspector mode right now. Let's go to my friend Google. Let's open up the Google machine. Hello, Google. I need your help. I feel like a guy in a 90s like action movie right now. Set the record straight lyrics. Okay, so they do seem to be lyrics for an MXPX song. Is that a thing? I don't know who they are or what that is. Yes, that is a chorus. Well, I believe in second chances. I believe the world is going to end, but I would do anything to set the record straight. If you would believe, if you would believe, if you would believe, if you would believe. Okay, so they're song lyrics to a band I've never heard of. I'm a hip hop guy. I'm very naive in that section. But did anyone in the chat notice that? Did anyone notice that?
No, I noticed that.
Nobody noticed that. So clearly a very popular band. Clearly. Okay, so get your pre-orders in for Dragon Man. I completely agree. Dragon Man looks great. Of course, we want these type of things to do well, so it gives us more opportunities for these bigger ticket items. Again, if you want it, you pre-order it, you get it. So simple, people. They showed it off at PulseCon. He looks great. I love that he comes with his little glasses. I'm absolutely going to be posing him with his little reading glasses on, damn straight, with Valeria and Franklin. I like his little book. I genuinely really like Dragon Man. So I'm in. You're in as well, Rich. You are getting him, right?
Yeah, I backed this one. I like Dragon Man.
Didn't have to back it, Rich. You just had to pre-order it.
Reasonable.
Just had to pre-order it.
I mean, oh, come on.
It's not a HasLab, Rich. You said back.
It's not a HasLab, Dan. It's not a HasLab.
It's not a HasLab. It's like, no, I'm not HasLab. No. Not me.
It's like when Mucha, Siobhan and Keisha were not the Sugar Babes, but they were the Sugar Babes because they legally couldn't call them Sugar Babes.
Look, now that reference is lost on Ryan because he's like, that song's lost on us. That reference is lost on Ryan. Okay, but yes, go and get your... I've nearly said back it myself then. Just pre-order it. Pre-order it. If you want it, you pre-order it, okay? Right, but let's go deeper. Right? So that clue from Dan was on Sunday, right? So since then, there has been some more clues, right? So
more clues?
More clues, I know. Watch my video. I posted it on...
God, you're like Jessica Fletcher over there, Dan,
exactly, right? Right, so Paul Harding, right? He's a sculptor. I'm sure if you're ever in the Legends game, you're well aware he has sculpted so many of the great things in our collections. So good at what he does. He does stuff for other companies. One company in particular, Diamond Select, where he sculpted the original Mephisto for them. And he was just having a little reminisce one day. And he said the infamous Mephisto action figure sculpted for Diamond Select back in the day. I had free reign on this guy, so I added the protruding vertebrae from his back. Okay, so a few people have this. Our friend Tanner in the chat has this. Like, I had the opportunity to buy this from a shop recently, but the price point was like £70 and it was without his throne. So I was like, no thank you, left him right there. But Mephisto is undoubtedly a character.
You're gonna wait for this to be a made to order £90 instead.
Look, if he comes with his throne, it'll be worth the wait. But the point is, like, I'm one of those collectors where, like, I try not to mix the lines. Like when it comes to Marvel, I like to have it's a Marvel Legends collection. The aesthetic just fits and everything like that. There is maybe one select hidden within my collection. If you've been to my room, you know what it is. But other than that, do you want to have a guess which select I've got on display? You probably wouldn't guess it. It's hidden within the Legends. You'd never know.
Thing. Is it Thing?
No, it's not. It's an MCU character.
Is it Carol Danvers with a short hair?
Definitely not. You know it's not as well. I'll leave that for speculation. But I have one select hidden, disguised, if you will, in my collection. But anyway, Mephisto.
You didn't have the Watcher, yeah. That actually.
Yeah, okay, maybe two then. Okay, I've got two. Right, you got me. I've been caught live on YouTube. You got me. Yeah, I've got the Watcher and another one. Right. Anyway, here's the Mephisto, right? Here's the Mephisto clue, right? But that's not what's interesting. If we go out a little bit, who's replying with some beady eyes down there? What's he doing? Do you see that, Mr. Dan Yoon, with his little beady eyes? What's he care about this for? Is he a fan of Mephisto? Is he just a fan of Paul Harding? Is this the first time he has seen this work? What's Dan's little beady eyes all about? No context, just beady eyes. That's a clue, Rich. That's what that is. That's a breadcrumb. He's leaving us breadcrumbs. Second chance, and then a Mephisto eyeball. Then you know where I'm thinking. I said it last week. It just makes sense. Mephisto for 2025. I'm not campaigning for the devil to be president or something. Which, to be fair, the Americans are going to have to be careful this October, but still. Mephisto 2020. So there's again more proof to the pudding. So I'm hanging my hat. Not gonna eat my hat. No, I'm not that confident. I'm just trying to will it into existence. I think the clues are out there leading to Mephisto. Again, am I a crazy person, Rich, or do you at least understand how I have come to this conclusion?
I just think this topic, just get your shovel and start digging, because it's just like, yeah, just like everything you say. But anyway, back to these. Mephisto, I could see it happening. I don't think it's gonna be like a made to order thing. I think it would just be like maybe a pulse release or a regular release.
Could just be a pre-order. Yeah, I'm happy with that as well.
Or maybe it's straight into stock for Halloween, because Halloween is coming up the end of this month.
I will take that. As we keep alluding to, his son, Blackheart, is the current builder figure hitting retail right now. I've got a few reviews on my channel, but the Americans and damn Canadians have beat me to it again. So, but I am looking forward to adding Blackheart. I do think this wave is due in the UK before Halloween hits, so we should get it in the month of October at least. But yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to start off there, Rich, because I did a video on it. I talked about it last week. I'm well aware I am like proper digging, but again, this is what happens when they don't give us news to talk about. We have to go crazy and start speculating, feeding off breadcrumbs. All right. But second chances is a pretty interesting topic. That is why I left it as the actual question in the chat. So, genuine question for you then, Rich. You've been a collector for a very long time. You, again, we're quite lucky where when it comes to something in the Legends category, if there's something we really want, we've been able to get it, whether it's been getting friends from America, helping us get exclusives, pre-ordering it, whatever it's been. Like that. We're quite lucky in that regard. But are there any gaps in your collection in regards to, I would like a second chance on that? Is there anything like that you just personally yourself would think, oh no, that actually, I'd like that to be redone so I could get that again, or missed out on that?
Yeah, there are quite a few. Especially like stuff that never got released but was shown.
Let's hear them. Let's go through them.
Did you get my email?
Let's have a look. See, professional as ever.
Prepared as ever.
I literally closed my email just before. Oh, perfect. There we go. Yeah, I've got it. Right, there we go. Let's go through these then. Let me throw it on the screen. Perfect.
I didn't put millions. It's just 3 slides.
No, it's good. No, this is good. This is good conversation. It's fine. It's good. I like this because I haven't seen these yet either. So this is good. All right, let's go to it. Right. So throw it at me. Let's have a look.
So these are the Cyclops and Jean Grey figures that we never got. So it would be Phoenix 5 Cyclops, White Phoenix, and the Age of Apocalypse Jean Grey. So we did get Age of Apocalypse Jean Grey, but it was like in an original look. This is from like the second series that came along in like the late 2010s. Yeah. So this is Jean in like a different kind of look. White Phoenix again was a running change figure in the Epic Heroes line, and I think Phoenix 5 Cyclops should have been as well, shouldn't he? He was like a running change.
He was in that packaging for sure.
Neither one got released, and I think both of these two. Well, actually, to be fair, House of X-Men does have the White Phoenix, one of the like prototype figures, doesn't he? So he did get like sculpted and everything.
There are people out there with the Cyclops as well. Like, don't know how, but there are. He was shown off at a toy fair, so there is physical prototypes of them out there somewhere.
Would you like just a wave of Phoenix figures, all the Phoenixes in one?
Well, as long as they get to Rachel at some point, I'll be fine with it. You know, like that's the one we're waiting for, isn't it? So
they wouldn't do Rachel. It would be Quentin, Quiet, and Echo would be in there. No Rachel anyone.
Come on now. Right, so okay, so yeah, this is great because I would also like that Phoenix 5. That would make a great like box set of some sort. You know, like all of them in their uniforms, like would be really cool. We've just got Phoenix with that. They sculpted up. Where is she? She's down here. Here it is. I haven't opened mine yet, but they've sculpted up this giant Phoenix. Now, I think it's a little bit too soon for them just to redo it again and make her white. But there's no reason they couldn't do that in the future, for sure. And I'm sure we will at some point. Because if they've made this base now, they're going to want to use it again at some point in the future. So again, give it a bit of time and maybe we'll get a white version of Phoenix. And I'm sure there'll be people out there that buy it. I'm sure Dayspring, though, is hoping that they don't. So his stays desirable. But yeah, shout out the powers of X-Men. He knows what I'm talking about. Let's go to your next slide.
Oh, Ryan Ting in the chat says there's a Legends photo shoot going on now in real time right now. And it's a character I think you'll enjoy. Generation X Jubilee confirmed, Dan! Generation X Jubilee, come on!
So he said there's a Legends photo shoot going on in real time right now, and it's a character. Well, I'll throw you the Zoom link, Brian. Let's jump in. Let's have a watch. We don't mind watching. There's only a few of us here. It's fine. We'll be quiet. You won't notice us. Are these photos because you're going to show them off at an upcoming convention? There may be a few places you can do that. Just saying. Ryan, are you at Luca Comic Con? We don't know. Will you take a good camera at least if you go there? Thank you. That's all we know. Make sure the potato phone guy's not there again. Actually, if it weren't for him, we wouldn't have had any photos. So shout out Potato Phone Man from Luca Comic Con. He says he doesn't know. Sad times. All right, continue, Rich. Who we got? Because I would like that multiple man, and I'm assuming that's an X-Force Psylocke or maybe?
No, it is an Extreme X-Men Crimson Dawn Psylocke. Okay. Even it's before that. Yeah, multiple man. So this is Jimmy Madrox in his X-Factor investigations look. We've had Madroxes since then. We've had him in his classic X-Factor outfit. and we've had him in his original look as well on that single carded retro card. But Madrox in his X Factor Investigations, that would be the look that I would want. And this was one of those fan votes, I think, from like 2013 STCC. There was like loads of figures revealed, and then there was a vote. Madrox didn't win. A lot of the other ones have come out since, but I think like Lady Bullseye just came out last year. But this version of Madrox would be one I would love to see. Crimson Dawn Psylocke is one that even predates Hasbro. So it's from the Toy Biz Mojo wave. It was supposed to be a running change to the Psylocke in that wave, but only like not many at all, like less than 50. Some people say maybe 12 of them got released. So it is really expensive to get. And it's just Psylocke in her like extreme X-Men kind of outfit with the Crimson Dawn as well. But I would love like an updated, especially with the body they've got now, the like Black Widow, Warbird, Miss Marvel, like updated costume with all the like extra articulation. That would be a good one to have. And then the X-Babies, who we've never got. Like, we're supposed to be pack-ins with the Mojo Wave figures. We kind of had a Wolverine in that Mojo set, but it was more the Scott Young X-Babies rather than the classic X-Babies. And yeah, I would love to get these. A little packing set of all these would be great.
Oh, I completely agree. Yeah, the X-Babies, that would have been such a cool concept with the Mojo Wave to put the babies in. And they did show them off at a toy fair, or they had promo images in magazines or something. There is definitely some concept out there of the X-Babies being packings with each of the figures. The one that we got with the Mojo World box set, like for me, that was like a Funko Pop. Like, I don't even display that anywhere. Yes, it's technically a Legend accessory, but it just aesthetically doesn't go anywhere. Like, if you're going to give us the X-Babies, give us more than one so it makes sense on a display at least. So yeah, that Wolverine we have, like, that's still in. I don't even display it. It's in a tub. It would look too random. It would look like I've sneaked a Funko Pop into my Legends display, and aesthetically that just wouldn't sit right with me. So if they were going to give us proper X-Babies, like a pack of them, so it made sense, I would definitely appreciate that. Or again, like a wave just packing as an accessory. I don't know, but yeah, I like that concept. It would be fun to see, because again, we've got a great Mojo. We've got two great Mojos, to be fair, depending on which colour you preferred. But yeah, I like that. Okay, so there's that. And also Multiple Man, that's the sort of more modern take on Multiple Man as well. So I think I've read, the most things I've read with Multiple Man in is that look as well. So we have got the classic, and then we've got the version with the jacket as well. That came in one of the early... what Build-A-Figure wave was that? Was the Apocalypse wave, maybe? Maybe, I could be wrong.
I think, yeah, either that or Juggernaut. I think it was Apocalypse.
Yeah, so. It was in one of the... It was hard to... It's hard to get anyway. I managed to get 3. Shout out to Wolfpack who sent me one way back in the day. But I managed to get 3 of them on display. And then I've got lots of the Multiple Man that came in the orange packaging just a couple of years ago with Phoenix and Spiral. I've got plenty of them, but I'd like this look as well for Multiple Man. Right, next up, you got one more slide. Oh, nice. Yeah, okay. Where are these from?
It's the Hulk figures that we never got. So Red King and By Beast were supposed to be in the Fing Fang Foom 2-wave figures, and then they cut it down and they got rid of 2 figures, and it was well, they got rid of more than 2, but they released the other ones. But Red King from like Planet Hulk, World War Hulk, and then By Beast, obviously classic Hulk villain. And then this She-Hulk, this is the Lyra version of She-Hulk, who was like the daughter of like, he's from the future of like Thunderer and Hulk, I think it was.
Okay.
And then, so she was She-Hulk for a little bit. They wouldn't do this now because I don't think she's even around in comic books anymore. But there was a time where her and Jen were both She-Hulk at the same time. And she was like a teen version of She-Hulk. And she was supposed to be a running change to the red She-Hulk figure in the Epic Heroes.
That's the only reason that it existed in the first place, because it was an easy redeco. Like, they didn't have to change anything on the sculpt. They just redecoed it. So, yeah, not a character that I'm familiar with for sure. But yeah, so these never hit retail. There's no one's got these.
No, I don't think nothing was, again, like Red King and By Beast were cancelled even before. So I think there might be like these promo shots of She-Hulk out there, but the Red King and By Beast is only like on like, I think in Hasbro, I think only prototypes were made. I don't think they even like produced them or anything.
Yeah, very nice. So that's really cool to see, like a couple of different figures that never got out. So if technically, like, we're not wrong, if any of these were then solicited for pre-order or revealed, it would be a second chance. They would absolutely be fair game. Now, looking at the chat, a few people, like, again, throw some of your suggestions out at us and we'll have a look and discuss them while we're here live. A few people are saying Blastar, which I believe came in the Thanos pack.
Thanos Imperator.
Yeah. And I'm looking at that pack now. I'll throw it up on the screen in a second. We have got everybody in that. Uh-oh, the chat's gone as well. Oh, Richie's back. The chat's back. Okay. Richie, you still there?
Yeah, everything froze for me then. I'm back in the room.
It froze for everybody. I was trying to get images on the screen again. Right, this is what let's go back. Let's rewind for a second, okay? People in the chat were referring to Blastar from this pack, and everyone in this pack has been re-released since. Granted, we need updates of everybody on the screen right now, but it wouldn't be second chances because we've already got a second chance at most of those figures. We got Gladiator single packed. We got the Star Lord in another multi pack, and we've got single packed versions of both Medusa and Black Bolt. But we need, again, granted, we need updates of all of them already, absolutely. But technically, we've never had a second opportunity at Blastar. So if they were to release Blastar,
I think you solved it, Dan. I think that was Hasbro cutting off your stream there. And they knew you solved it. It's Blastar. That's what we get it.
Ryan's cut me off. Damn, he got it. Cut me off. Again, technically wouldn't be wrong if this was to be revealed. It would be a second chance. First time in this pack in about 2014, I want to say. Maybe after that, maybe. But yeah, technically it would be a second chance. Do I think it's that? No, because I think you wouldn't in 2024 or 24, anything they show now is going to be released in 2025. I would hope that we have progressed enough in the Legends game that in 2025 we don't need to reuse any of these tools and pieces. Hopefully these just go into the do you know what? These get archived. They did well for their time, but then they go into a drawer. We don't need to use these toolings again because we have got new, better tooling now. So again, I don't think if they were going to release the character Blastar again, it would be a new tooling. It wouldn't be a reboot. Yeah. Pixels and Plastic in the chat, he says Boar from the Thor San Diego box set on the new Odin body. Yeah, so Boar was another one that was never released single packed. Again, came in one of these San Diego Comic-Con exclusive sets that was never released single packed. So he
Boar
would
from
also...
Thor sounds like a limerick today. There was a man called Boar.
There was a man called
Thor.
He was the father's father as Thor, yeah. Where is it? So yeah, let's throw him up on screen. To be fair, I think this one, if you had this in an Asgardian display now, it would probably still hold up okay, but not very exciting. Like, you don't hype this up, do you? You know, we've just got a really good Odin, so you don't hype up a second chance and then go, it's Boar. Like, no, that's how you deflate.
Hey kids, have you got your Red Widow at home? What do you want now? It's Thor's fault. It's Boar from Thor.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, as much as you're not wrong, it would be a second chance at Boar. You don't.
No one messages to Jesse Falcon to just stay away from the keyboard.
Because they give us Boar with a doom head or something. Surely, no one wants that. So yeah, I don't think it's Boar either. But let's go back to the HasLab category again, okay? Right? And I know you don't like talking about it, Rich.
But you're so obsessed. Why are you so obsessed with it, Dan?
I can't help it. All right, I've got a tear constantly rolling. Robbie, or whatever the stupid idiot did. But yeah, we got to discuss it, okay? Engine of Vengeance, unfortunately, never succeeded. Robbie Reyes never happened, or did his car. Now, could the second chance...
Stop trying to make Robbie Reyes happen, Dan. Stop it.
I'm just flying the flag for Robbie. I just want Robbie so much. Sarcasm, people. It's called British sarcasm. Right, no, I would, don't get me wrong, though. All seriousness, I would like to add this character to my display. But you can't add Robbie Reyes to the display without his car. Like, it's the same with Ghost Rider. It's all well and good having Ghost Rider, but he's called Ghost Rider.
Luckily for you, Dan, Raymond Toys have done their Raven Racer. You could if they made a Robbie Reyes, you could put him in your Raven Racer.
I do not have a Racer, whatever. They look great, though. Don't get me wrong. All of that third-party stuff looks great. But you know me, I would like to see it through the official channels all the same. But, again, it's a fair question that a lot of people think is this. A lot of people think this is the second chance item because it fits the category. Now, granted, it fits the category, but I don't think they're going near it. I think they need to stand strong to the HasLab concept and say, If it didn't succeed, you don't go near. You missed out. And if they release it 2 years after it failed, it's too close. It's too close. They'd just be hypocrites. They'd be contradicting what they originally said. Like, it's too soon. I do not think it's the case.
If they announce this at New York Comic Con,
yeah,
then can I just say that JSI Collections UK will be taking over this stream for the foreseeable future, and I will be cancelling my MCM plans to go on a proper holiday with all the money I'm spending on this stupid hotel. That's what I will be doing.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine, Rich. Okay, I think you'll be okay. I don't think it's this, right?
That would be a shit show. That would be an
exactly. This is my point. The Legends this year, I think, as a community, we can all agree, have been heading in a better direction in regards to people feeling the value, using the best at their exposure to the best tool in the best bodies for particular characters. Now, granted, this 2-pack isn't the best example while I'm praising them. Okay, so let's just spin that around and ignore that. Other than that 2-pack, yeah, good.
Show the Strange 2-pack. That's got loads in it.
Yeah, exactly. So ignore that one. Other than that, most 2-packs or sets have been packed with accessories. No one can dispute that the 85th anniversary line hasn't been very good. Like, absolutely is the best. Basically, the best representation of each of those characters is in that 85th anniversary line. Like, Legends are definitely in a good direction. So there's no way they would halt all of that by going, let us remind you about the Engine of Vengeance. Like, they're not going nowhere near it. They're not going nowhere near it. As much as the team, and there are people out there that would like this, I think it's people have still got a bad taste in their mouth about, and they're not going near it. So I don't think it's that. Some people are saying it could be Robbie Reyes. I'm sure we might get a single pack Robbie Reyes at some point. Some people are saying, Rich, it could be the car stripped down. But then, like, I don't think it would be that. People are saying take out the electronics and don't give us all the gimmicks and whatever.
Just the middle and the bottom again.
The middle and the bottom, yeah. You know, top, middle and bottom. I feel like Michael Barrymore on that show. What was it? Strike It Lucky. Top, middle and bottom.
What's the hot spot? No.
Yeah, this is such an old school British reference. Nobody got that. But me and Rich did, so I'm glad we're old and on the same page. This is all the stuff that you got with the original one. So you can have it in street mode and flamed on mode. Now, granted, if I was going to display this, of course I'd display it on the flaming up mode, but you wouldn't need its lights, essentially. So people are saying it could be this, but stripped down without some of those accessories and maybe just the car. But that would be pretty boring, because then you're just releasing, like, the exciting thing about the car is that Ghost Rider's in charge of it, and it's all flamed up. So why would they release just the car? That would be stupid. If they were going to release the car, it'd be that version. But again, I don't think it's that, people. I know a lot of people I did my video on Monday, Rich, and we could actually go to my video and scroll down the comments and see what people said, because a lot of people said it was the Engine of Vengeance is the second chance item. I'm going on record to say it's not. It's not the Engine of Vengeance. They're not going near it.
I don't think it'll be any of the big cars. I can't see being like a Sentinel, a Galactus, even Giant Man, or especially not the Engine of Vengeance, who didn't fund. Because I know Marvel have moved away from the HasLabs, but they're still doing the HasLabs in the other categories. And if they started doing that, then I think people like the G.I. Joes would be like, oh, well, if I can get another chance of this Galactus, why am I bothering to back this now? Like, that kind of thing.
Agreed.
So I think it would damage, unless HasLab is going away completely. But that would be the only way I could see they do it. If they're like, HasLab is done, we're not doing it anymore. If that, then I could see it happening. But there's no indication that that's happening. If anything, I think there's more HasLabs to come this year.
Oh, that's interesting. Like, if the Marvel team came out and said, look, Marvel, we're not moving forward. Marvel are not going to do the HasLab concept. So one last chance.
Not Marvel, because I think they've already said. But I think if they said, like, there was no HasLabs at Hasbro, if the G.I. Joe teams weren't doing it anymore, Transformers weren't doing it anymore. So if there was Ghostbusters are not doing it anymore, if there's like a Universal, they're not doing HasLabs. I think
theirs is literally about to be revealed as well. So
then I could see HasLabs being brought back. But otherwise, I don't think any of them. I think it's more likely to be, like you said, like Mephisto I could see, because again, that never funded, so I don't think people would be as pissed off as that. But even something like with the Sentinel, I wouldn't see that. But I could see maybe like the Prime Sentinels in like a different color scheme being released, or even Bastion, because I mean, like with his role in X-Men '97, something like that. as like a single pack, but like differently sculpted or something.
Well, Rich, you led me perfectly onto it. Bastion, like he was something I had up to talk about today. So he would fit the second chance category because we have only previously got him single packed, or packed, sorry, with the Sentinel HasLab. That's the only way to get him. Now, granted, it was just an interchangeable head on a Sentinel Prime body, but still, because of the X-Men '97 show now, he was the big bad. Like he's definitely, a lot of people don't read the comics or were unfamiliar with Bastion, and their first introduction to the character
Who are these people? Who are these people, Dan? Send me their names.
But I'm just saying, a lot of people's introduction to the character in the mainstream was via the X-Men '97 show, which was granted one of the most popular things Marvel have done in recent times. Even Kevin Feige has came out and said that. So the character Bastion would definitely be the type of character that I think the community would appreciate a second chance to get. But I think we will get him, but I think they're going to save him for the X-Men '97 theme. Like if they're going to continue that X-Men '97 theme, I can see Bastion being re-released in his X-Men '97 look on the X-Men '97 card, if that's the way they continue to go. So I don't think the second chance they're referring to on this occasion is Bastion, but I guess let's think about it. Dan Yoon and Ryan have always said that X-Men '97 will continue, but not in 2024. They always were very transparent and said we're just going to get those 2 waves this year. But Dan has said on some streams that maybe that towards the end of the year we might start to see some of the characters that would be released in the future. Do you know, like teasing what's coming? So we are approaching that time where anything they show off now is basically 2025 releases. So they could show off a new X-Men '97 wave and include a character like Bastion, which people would be happy with. It would also make sense for the theme, and it would also fit the second chance category. Now, granted, do I think it's that? No, but when you start thinking about it, it does tick those boxes. Agreed?
Yeah.
Would you buy Bastion again if it was in his more accurate look from the X-Men '97 show? I'm assuming you're going to continue buying figures from that show as long as the character selection is good.
I'll get all X-Men. Like, even if Kitty Pryde comes in an X-Men '97, if she's in season 2, I will buy a Kitty Pryde. Right?
There you go. That's how much you like that show.
Like with the Prime Sentinels, like in the comic book, they were more like a navy look, and they had like human hair and different faces. So I think it is something that they could like redo, because essentially, like the Prime Sentinels again are army builders. Like there was like the male and females, but there was like legions of them. That's what it was. It was like on the TV show they took over, like all normal people started becoming Sentinels. So like I've only got one really, because it's either you have Bastion or you have you can either swap the head. I've got
Bastion and the female. Yeah, for sure.
I did buy extras, but I sold them because they were going for a lot of money, and I was like, oh, I might as well sell them. But I would like more to like build out that display, because I like Operation Zero Tolerance. I know a lot of people are not a fan of that storyline in the comic books, but that was a crossover I really enjoyed. I'd like to get Marrow and Cecilia Reyes to like finish that little team off as well. But I'm always up for more Bastions and more Prime Sentinels. Oh, not the best Sentinel, which is always Omega Sentinel, Dan, as you know.
Of course, as we know, still available on the Dusty Smith shout. EVO out. I thought that's an EOV collector then. What was I going to say? Hasbro have done good with the some 2-packs recently. Do you know, like when it comes to army building 2-packs, we've got the Shield Agent 2-packs, we've got a Hydra 2-pack, we've got an AIM 2-pack, we've got the female, both Hydra and Shield 2-packs as well. So they're not afraid of doing army building 2-packs. Like this year, we got the Sentinel. We literally did get the Sentinel 2-pack with the Rock. So a Prime
and those Outriders as well.
Exactly, that's still to come this month as well. So again, army building 2-packs is something that they will absolutely do. And again, Prime Sentinels, and maybe it's a bit too close to the Sentinels that we've already got this year for them to do it so soon. But for the future, the Prime Sentinels could be an interesting 2-pack with a female and male in the same box with lots of different heads and hands and whatnot. I think people would be game for something like that. Again, I think because we've had a Sentinel 2-pack already this year, it would be too close and too confusing for the sort of average consumer to be like, oh, another Sentinel 2-pack. Because like, again, on the very base level, that may be a little bit too confusing to people. But in the future, I reckon Prime Sentinel 2-pack could be something.
Do you think the average consumer knows where Hasbro Pulse is?
This is my point. Like, everyone's got their own levels of knowledge, ain't they? Like we are now in the chat, I assume, are talking to like the core collectors, but there are people that casually collect, just pick up their favorite characters. Like some people read the comics, some people don't, some people just watch the cartoons, some people just watch the movies. And there's so many different tiers to this hobby, and it's again, everyone's welcome. Everyone is welcome, and that's why you got to try and make sure it's hard to please everybody, isn't it? And with the character selection, but Bastion is absolutely a character that fits that second chance category, but I don't think it is him on this occasion. And then we just mentioned the Sentinel itself. Like Rich says, they can't really, as much as I think Hasbro know they could make some more money by re-releasing this. If they put this up as an open pre-order and said, right, you got a second chance at the Sentinel for the people, because it did get released during the pandemic, didn't it? And at that time, a lot of people lost their jobs. Unfortunately, the world was just a weird place. It could be something fun to do in the future, but it's still too soon.
So say right now you had to pick. So say you had the chance to pick 3 things you think would be in the second chance. You wouldn't put Bastion in there.
No, Bastion. I think Bastion's up there for sure. I'm still hanging my hat on Mephisto. Like I think because it's Halloween, and like it's like they've already released the 2 other tiers this year. And Blackheart was the Build-A-Figure in the Strange Tales wave. You don't get to Blackheart without talking about Mephisto. So they've saved Mephisto. They've got plans for Mephisto, in my thinking. So I think Mephisto's where they're going. If it's not Mephisto, then Bastion's an option for sure. Second chance.
I think of the things that were never released, then I think Mephisto is probably the number 1 choice. Because again, like that didn't fund, so it's not going to annoy people. We've already had a version of Madden. I know not that version. And we've had a Son of Satan that was exactly the same in the Strange Tales waves, and it didn't seem to cause
an upgrade, if anything, because it was pinless,
So, I think of them all, Mephisto is probably the safest one. But after that, I would say probably Bastion is the most likely, just because of X-Men 97, and just because, again, it's an army builder. You could put, different heads in it and stuff like that.
Granted. So do you know I posted that video on Monday? Again, just a casual video on Monday to start off the month, stirring the pot, talking about Legends. More than one person, in my chat, threw this as an option, right? Second chance at the Scroll Head that didn't get backed with Giant Man. Now, we laugh, but it fits the category. It was something that was never got unlocked. It was the last unlockable tier with Giant Man. It didn't quite get there. So, and then people did ask about it in interviews after the fact, and Ryan has said that, maybe down the line, if they can find a place, they can put it out. Now, I just thought that was just being nice and just doing the marketing spiel where you're not going to say, no, we're never doing that. You're just going to always be like, maybe in the future there'll be an opportunity. But there seems to be people out there that want it. Giant Man is about to hit, so as people are getting their shipping notices for Giant Man and Giant Man starting to arrive, they could go, right, it's a super deluxe Skrull with Skrull Army Builder 2-pack, which people do want Skrulls, don't they? People are saying that the Skrull as an army builder has been hard to get. People have been asking them to reissue it. It's one of those harder to find army builders like Hellfire Hank. So if they were going to release a Skrull 2-pack and then minimal accessories, because it also includes the interchangeable faceplate, because that's all it would be, wouldn't it? Faceplate, I guess ears, I don't know. However they do it. Could this be a second chance? Again, I don't think it is, but people have suggested it, so we're just discussing it. Do you think people would want this? He's trying to be nice. He's trying to think of a nice way to say no.
What if it's like a super pack of all the bits that they show but never included? So you could get the Skrull head, like a super pack, a multi-pack of things. You get the Skrull head, Mephisto, Brother Voodoo's extra arms they didn't include in the figure.
Ignore that. Go. Let's go back to that idea though of head, a head. This is a deep cut. Now this is the type of thing that, in theory, sounds fun, but as a marketer trying to get it into the line might be difficult. But a Skrull accessory pack, right? So instead of re-releasing a Captain America, and the only thing that's different is a Skrull head, how about you just give us an accessory pack which is just interchangeable scroll heads for like loads of different characters. So this is the main event, the interchangeable scroll head for Giant Man as the main event. But then to just spruce it up a little bit, you also got a scroll Captain America and a scroll Iron Man and a scroll Spider-Man and a scroll Wolverine and scroll... Do you know, like, they just threw in loads of extra heads. So you didn't have to buy the extra figures. You just could buy this pack and instantly change the characters on your display. I genuinely think, like, not joking, not everybody, granted, but there would be a core fan base that would be like, you know, that's a great idea. I'd buy that. In the chat, question for you: would you do that?
Though they know how many Giant Men sold, and
we all do,
because surely there's like a cap on the people who are going to buy it. Like the people who didn't buy Giant Man going to buy it.
But that's the point. If you also include something that other people may be interested in, like just loads of other characters scroll heads, then people that didn't get Giant Man would still be interested in buying it because it has that, and then they'd just think, well, I'll just sell the scroll head or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, I reckon there's an idea there. Like, granted, it's not worked out. We need to figure it out a bit more. But there's an idea there. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's that, by the way. This is just me talking amongst friends. I'm just saying. I just think there's an idea there where you could have a scroll accessory pack. Instead, let's just be honest, right? Everyone would love a little section of their display. Like, shout out Mini Plastic Multiverse, by the way. He did a picture of the scroll. Did you see his picture where he looked really cool? Imagine that as a display. But currently, you'd have to rebuy every figure just with their scroll head. Do you know what I mean? But if they did an accessory pack, which was just loads of scroll heads, and it was a Pulse exclusive, so it didn't have to worry about retail and blah, blah, blah. They're just selling directly to the consumer at like... I reckon there's an idea there. That's all I'm saying. Let me go to Mini Plastic Multiverse pages real quick, and I'll show you what I mean. Just to show the audience what I mean, because I know you and me know what I'm talking about, but let's have a little look. Shout out Tom, Mini Plastic Multiverse. You should be following him anyway. There we go. Again, I can't really zoom in on the web app, but there you go. It's a picture of all the legends, but Tom's went in and edited their heads to be scroll heads. Imagine getting a multi-pack of those heads to instantly create a scroll army on your shelf without having to spend £25 per figure. Imagine paying £25 on just one box that you could instantly turn your display into scrolls. I just think it's a cool concept. Just putting it into the universe. People can do what they want with it. There's an idea there. But again, that's based off what other people have said in my comment section. So that would be a second chance. Do I think it's that? No. But again, there's an idea there. That's all. In the chat, people are talking about accessory packs now. Like, accessory packs has been talked about for a long time. NECA do it at the minute for each of the different turtle themes. I definitely think there's got to be a way to do it for Marvel, but like, I don't know, there needs to be a pull. Like in the NECA accessory packs, like they included Mac the robot in the Toon accessory pack, which is technically a different character. So when you bought that accessory pack, you got the baby turtles and Mac, so you're still buying characters to get the extra accessories. I think Marvel would have to do something similar where there has to be a driving point to it, and then you get the accessories with it. But what that would be, I don't know. Chameleon heads could be interesting, but that could be, you could pop off any head from any legend, I guess. So yeah, I'm just looking at the pictures I got up. This is my actual guess, though, Rich. This is it. I figured it out. This is what the second chance is. We missed out on this. We didn't get this when they showed it off. But now is our opportunity to get it. This is the second chance. Lady Sif in a white outfit. So just to refresh up, that was a joke, by the way. I don't think it's this, but technically fixed the category. In 2020, there was a fan vote to pick Silk, Lady Sif, or Elektra in her white. Silk obviously won the fan vote, and she was released single packed. Since then, we have already got an upgraded Sif in the 2-pack with Doc Ock. So we've already got an upgraded Sif since this. Silk since this. We've already got an upgraded Elektra since this as well, because we got Elektra in the white with the interchangeable heads. But we've just got a nice new Odin. Granted, some upgrades in the Asgardian world would be welcome, and Lady Sif Do I think it's this? No, of course I don't. But I just thought it'd be funny to mention. That was all. But yeah,
I'd love that Lady Sif, to be honest with you. I
That's
think
what I'm
we
saying.
need more Asgardian, so I would be happy with that.
With the updated articulation, like I'd buy a
Yeah.
new Sif. Absolutely, I would. I don't think it fits the set. It would only fit the second chance. I guess if they do it in this costume, it would technically fit the second chance category, but I don't think it is. Again, for any one of us, anyone joining late in the stream, anyone's like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Again, we're feeding off scraps in the Legends community today because there's not a lot of news, and Dan's posted a tweet saying we might get a second chance at something. So we're just talking, we're just having a casual conversation amongst friends about what could be a second chance item. That was all.
What if it's a wave? What if it's a wave of all the figures that didn't win all these polls, like, over the years?
A whole second chance wave.
Yeah, because like Madrox was from like a failed fan vote as well. All the fan
Yeah.
vote winners, they never won the fan votes.
The fan vote loser wave. What a great marketing wave that would be. The marketers will be well happy with that. Oh, all the losers.
Losing isn't it winning, Dan?
This wave is full of losers. You're gonna love it. No, I don't. Unfortunately, it's an interesting idea, but unfortunately, I don't think it would be that. Let's throw it to the chat. We've still got some time left on the stream, so let's go to the chat. Right. So again, I've got a poll open in the chat right now, asking if you was to get the option at a second chance at any of the previous HasLabs at the regular retail price, which would you like? Now, Sentinel is clearly winning with 44%. Behind that, the Engine of Vengeance with 34%. And I'll go on record to say I backed the Engine of Vengeance. I wanted the Engine of Vengeance. So if they were to release Robbie Reyes in his vehicle, I want that character. Robbie! The people just meme me again. I've been memed for the last 4 years, for God's sake. But I do want it, right? I do want it. But Galactus is 18%. I still feel like you can get Galactus at a roundabout retail, right? Like maybe a little bit extra, but nothing breaking the bank. Sentinels right now go for about £750 in the UK, which is over nearly triple what it originally was. Nearly, not quite nearly. But Galactus, I think you can get close to retail. Giant Man, yet to be seen. I do think Giant Man, there will be interest in Giant Man on the aftermarket. A lot of people, after the Engine of Vengeance, didn't want to support a HasLab concept, so they stayed away from Giant Man. But again, I forget the concept. For me, it's all about adding the character of Giant Man to my collection in the modern Marvel Legends aesthetic. That's what it was about for me. I wasn't really concerned with the concept. I was like...
From a like a pricing point of view, this would piss people off next week. But this Giant Man is supposed to be shipping next week, innit?
Yep.
What
Or
if
shipping soon? Shipping this month.
Yeah. What if they did like an extra 10,000 run release and they all go up on pulse next week? Now that you've seen the reviews, maybe you want one. Next Thursday they go live. From that wouldn't cost that much more money because essentially everyone else has already paid for the sculpting. Yeah. So you just oh god, that would be like Engine of Vengeance .2. That would if that happened.
It would fit the second chance category. It would. Again, I don't think they can do that. It would cause too much shit.
They could. That would be of all of these. That would be it's already in production. It's much easier to do 10,000 or something you've already got. Then bring back the Sentinel mold or something like that. It's gonna be that. It's gonna be that. I just thinking that with my Hasbro head, Dan, and that's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be.
I just think, don't get me wrong, it fits the category. Like a second chance at Giant Man's about to hit. Like, so if you missed out last year, here's a second chance. Quick, pre-order it now or get it now.
And it's not going to come with like the extra heads. That'll be like, oh well, the people who pre-ordered, you got the zombie head. Version. Well done, you people.
I see where you're going, and I understand why, based off Hasbro tactics in the past. I just don't see it. I don't see them going near that. They can't.
Oh, I can see this. I can see this. I can see this.
I can see
this happening.
They don't have to do anything for the record, but I just think, based off what they have said, they need to for the sake of the community going raging.
You were thinking, you shit, it could be this even as well. No, you were thinking
people
it as well.
People would come at them with pitchforks. There are people dying to start YouTube careers over something like this again. Honestly, let's not give them the idea. I don't think they are going to re-release any of these HasLabs. I think it's a
look
cool
out
idea.
for Craig's Nostalgia Collection's YouTube channel starting October the 27th.
He starts on a rant video, goes. If I get more subscribers than me straight away, the bastard. If honestly, you can build careers off making rant videos on YouTube. It's there to be seen, people. But look, there's something there. Look, YouTube's for everyone. There is something for everybody. Some people don't watch me because they don't like my voice. I don't blame them. All right, there's other people out there you can be annoyed with. Craig's first video chased the same. No, they're not going to re-release any of their HasLabs. Selfishly, I want a re-release of the Sentinel. Like, I wouldn't be mad at it. One of my collecting regrets was letting Brandon talk me off the ledge of getting a third Sentinel. I was sat there on my sofa, like, about 1 o'clock in the morning, like, on loudspeaker to Brandon, and we're both going, should we back one more Sentinel? Should we do it? Should we do it? And I was about to do it. I've got a credit card. I'm an adult. I can figure it out. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And then Brandon was like, no, don't do it. It's too much money. There's loads more Legends coming this year. We're going to need our budget, blah, blah, blah. And he talked me off the ledge. And then the Sentinel is now one of the most expensive things on the aftermarket. It's an epic figure. It's an army builder. I'm like, I needed a second. I'm still mad at it to this day. So selfishly, I would, if they did the Sentinel, I'd be all over. I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like, look, I'd love an opportunity here. Galactus again, I wouldn't be mad at it. I got my Galactus. Would I need to buy it again? No, I don't. But if other people got it, wouldn't bother me. I'm not looking to sell and make money. You know, I'm not Flipper Frank. Shout out Mad Hatter. So, again, if it was Engine of Vengeance as well, I think it would piss people off. It would piss them off. And it would sort of ruin the whole... Not ruin. Ruin's the wrong word, because it's not like it's a concept that needs to be protected and it's held in a high regard. But as a business standpoint, it would sort of ruin the concept of the HasLab, because people would think, well, if it fails, they might just give it us again in a couple of years when the dust has settled. So I don't...
Get a Cookie Monster in January, come on.
Do you know what I mean? We haven't got... Chelsea are drawing 2-2 bastards. Oh no, it's 3-1. It's all good. So maybe maybe it's Cookie Monster driving. I've seen lots of pictures of a Cookie Monster driving the Engine of Vengeance with the Rancor riding shotgun. Like, I don't think they can't. They just can't go near it, brandishing that Rhea lightsaber or whatever it is. They just can't go near them. For business sake, I just think Hasbro can't go near them. So I don't think it is. But they're interesting to talk about, and that is why we are talking about them. Lady Sif would be awesome, says Pink Psylocke. The Fossil says there's people like me that watch your channel for your voice. I appreciate that. See? So for every hater, there is someone showing some support and love. The Fossil, I appreciate you. Don't look, anyone who is a dickhead, I'll just block and delete and move on with my life and let them rant at the void. Do you know what I mean? It's not a problem. You don't make a YouTube channel if you're not prepared. You got to be thick-skinned to be on YouTube. just put it that way. But no, I appreciate you. That's why I try and give my time and energy to the people that are supporting the channel. Again, you support the channel, become a channel member, you get to be on the channel. It's just like, that's how much I show my love. Like, support the channel, be a part of the channel. Hit that join button.
How much do I have to pay to not be on the channel? Can I do that?
You're stuck, Rich. Your contracts have signed. You're bugged, you are. You're on like the reverse channel membership program, you are. No, you're stuck, I'm afraid. Okay, so throwing it to the chat for the last couple of minutes of the show. Second chance, all right? Second chance. Based, again, this whole stream was based off Dan Yoon's tweet. Sorry, Dan. This is what you get for tweeting stuff, all right? Dan's not going to tweet anything for a few days. But I think Dan, I could be wrong, but I think Dan's missus might have had birth this week. If she did, congratulations, Dan. Congratulations. I could be wrong, but I think I found those breadcrumbs as well. Not that I'm stalking Dan or anything, but congratulations, Dan. But this is what you get for tweeting. We make a whole stream about it. But again, there are other clues out there. Follow along. Look, Mephisto. The eyes are there. The little beady eyes are down there. So, and also Ryan Ting singing to us in the chat as well. I'm going to have to listen to that song after the stream because I had no idea what it was referring to, but it's out there.
It's a Christian punk band, Wikipedia says. It seems very, very against what Mephisto is, to be honest.
Interesting. Maybe there's clues to that as well. Ryan's quite intelligent. He's probably figured that out. It's like some Christian folklore that would never want the devil or something like that. I don't know. Now, Rich is he's give us a clue to start a whole stream on. Rich, there's a Legends photo shoot going on in real time right now, and it's a character I think you'll enjoy. Next week, Rich, I know you're not here, but let's do the top 10 figures that Rich wants. Just as a top 10.
Well, I'm not here. Brilliant.
No,
Brilliant, Steve. Brilliant.
Just me and Jay discussing characters that we think Rich wants.
What would Rich like?
What would Rich want?
Down the richest road. There we go. You've got a name and everything.
No, we'll wait until you're back to discuss that, of course. But that's got to give you a bit of hope there, Rich.
Yeah.
Off the top of your head, what is a character that so anything Generation X I think you'd enjoy, right? Hepzibah?
And Hepzibah.
Absolutely. Yeah, complete. Again, I keep getting asked what I want to see in the Legends line. Like, oh, what do you want to see? What do you want to see? You're a collector. What do you want to see? And I keep saying, when I've been collecting...
Stop picking up the phone to Jesse Falcon. You just got to stop it.
I know.
Stop
I should
telling
never
him.
have showed him that Doom head.
Red Widow. I quite like it.
I should never have showed him that Doom head on Galactus. I thought it was a funny panel. I was laughing. I was like, no one would ever make a figure of that. Hung up the phone, and it's part of the HasLab. I was gutted. I was like, I'm never talking to Jesse again. But no.
Token Brick said it could be 97 Jubilee. I swear, if X-Men 97 Jubilee and Beast are not in the next wave of X-Men 97, then Dan, they hate us. They just hate us.
Clearly. Honestly, 2 waves of X-Men 97 and no Beast and Jubilee in sight. They clearly did that to spite me and Rich. So, yeah, we're not happy about it. But we do hope they are on the horizon. They sort of have to be, right? Have to be.
They better be. They need to be. I'm going to start collecting McFarlane.
California Red Devil says Rich wants a Sprite.
A Sprite? Oh, I do not. That's Katie Pryde's name. Stop reading things, Dan.
Okay.
Stop it. Look, you tricked him.
I got tricked last week as well. I keep getting tricked by these comments. Jay's Toy Collection UK says, I figured out it was an angel in blue. Interesting. And also, update for everybody who's keeping attention, Dan has now got the right paint apps on my angel. That's right. Dan has got an upgrade. Everyone was going,
Boots.
2 boots. That's finally. It took me nearly the whole year, but I finally have angel with the correct paint apps. Finally. So it has happened. I have a new angel. But Blue Angel could be there. Blue Angel could be... Would it fit the second chance category? Maybe. I guess you could blur the lines, then it could. If they get back around to Santa, I thought he said Santa. It's not Santa. It's Satana. This is what happens when I read the comments. For like,
ho. Well, she is a ho. I tell you what, with our boobs.
Well, look, Father Christmas has been in the Marvel comics. He's a mutant, people. Like, how else does he get to see all the kids at Christmas? So no, if they get back round to Satana, I would hope they do her in the red with the white hair and the horns. So she sort of dresses like Santa as well, to be fair. So yeah.
What kind of Santa are you looking at?
Well, with the red.
You watch different films to me, I'm telling you that.
Santa has white hair and a beard and wears red.
He doesn't have like a neckline down to his navel.
No, he didn't mention that. He just said her in the red with white hair. Santa Claus wears red and has white hair. I didn't say he was wearing anything provocative and had his breasts out. Bit of boob windows. We know like some of them. Santa with a boob window. That's what Rich wants. That's what Ryan's taking pictures of right now. Santa with a boob window.
That's my dreams, Dan. That's my dreams.
I've been in his dreams. I can't get out. I would buy a Marvel Legends Santa Claus as the fossil. To be fair, what's it? There is a Santa out there that fits perfectly in with Marvel Legends. It's Fresh Monkey Fiction's Santa Claus line. Honestly, really good Santa Claus. If you want a Marvel Legends Santa Claus, that's probably what you need to get, the Fresh Monkey Fiction Santa Claus.
I think BBTS, because they did loads of variants, didn't they? BBTS, I think, might have some in.
Token Bricks says, when is New York Comic Con again? Well, that would be great. We're wrap up the show now. We're wrapping up, people. We're wrapping up. But yeah, at the end of the New York Comic Con is the 17th to the 20th. So as we know, Dragon Man is going to end around about then. I think I took a screenshot of when Dragon Man ends. Yes, I did. So Dragon Man is there. So again, they've been teasing that Dragon Man ends before New York Comic Con. There is your proof from the Hasbro Pulse page. Dragon Man ends on the 17th, and then New York Comic Con is actually on the 17th. But the actual Hasbro brand panel is the 18th. So the 18th, I believe, is the Friday. So yes, the Hasbro brand panel will be the Friday. So Richard, are you around Friday night to recap?
I'll get back to you. I'm not sure yet, so
Okay, no
I will
stress.
let you know.
No stress, no stress. But yeah,
But it might be a month of J now.
no, it's the. It just makes sense again to move the Thursday stream to Friday. But to be fair, if Amanda's away that weekend, I could do a last minute prediction stream, talk about Mephisto again for 2 hours, and then do a recap stream. And hopefully I was right. I probably wasn't at that whole time, but still. Of course, I'll be doing a special recap for Luca Comics and Games as well.
I mean,
not really.
Everyone save your money for Luca Comics and Games. Just keep
I'll be
a bit
going to Italy
aside.
myself. If I got any super chats, I would have went to Italy and with my new camera and took a nice fancy picture for you. But only RP showing love today, so it's fine. No trip to Italy.
It's for me, Dan Who, live at Luca Comics. That's terrible.
Is that what I instantly sound like if I landed in Italy? Is that what
Apologies
happens?
to all of Italy.
No, I don't think anyone from Italy is watching, I'm afraid. We don't speak the language. Okay, any more from the chat? I'm just having a quick glance. I'm trying to not get fooled by the chat again, but have a quick glance. Now everyone's talking about Santa Claus. RP says, sorry, I couldn't donate more.
Oh, you don't have to say any money. You can just watch the show.
No, I was genuinely being an idiot. Ignore me, RP. I appreciate your viewership and I appreciate your support all the same. I'm just being an idiot. If I got enough super chats, I'll probably be too lazy to go to Italy anyway. Don't you worry. Even though I do like pasta, Rich. Anyway, ignore me.
Do you like pipes?
What, pasta and pipes? What?
Like Mario.
Oh, no, I was a Sega guy. I grew up without a Nintendo. I was a Sonic man. I never had a Nintendo. I went Sega Mega Drive to PlayStation. Never in my life owned a Nintendo. Never played Mario growing up. Yeah, I've got no nostalgic attachments to Mario. I'm aware of who he is via pop culture. Of course I know who Mario is, but not got no attachment. Don't care for Mario. I like Sonic and his crew.
A SNES and a Mega Drive.
All right, rich kid, rich. All right.
Oh yeah. Tom will be there now, like with my 10 million channels that I had as a child. This is actually an accent. I'm actually a lord, Dan. A lord down
Rich.
in London.
No,
Lord
I'm only
Richard
joking.
Morgan the Fifth.
I think my cousins had a Nintendo. I was happy with my Mega Drive. I was fine. I was absolutely fine.
Mario Kart and Street Fighter.
No, never played Mario Kart. I played Crash Bandicoot Racing or whatever it was called. That's what I played.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Dan W never played a Mario game. No, I think I've played them at some point in my life, but it's not nothing I'm nostalgic to. This has turned into a Mario stream at the end. Right, we're ending the stream, Rich. We're getting out of here. If you want to discuss more Mario, we can do so on the extra show. But just to last recap, we are back for Legend of Liquor this weekend, all right? So if you want to be on Legend of Liquor this weekend, which is the 6th, back to our regular scheduled 6 p.m. UK time slot, then start hitting me up on Instagram from right now. Don't hit me up an hour before the show. That's always a stress. I appreciate it. Letting me know nice and early. Tanner already has. So Tanner's the first name on the list. Let me know if you want to be on the show this week. Much appreciated. And of course, if you want to join us right now for some extra content, me and Rich are going to continue the conversation with the Who Crew Deluxe after show. Dan, Who Extra. Just become a channel member at the Who Crew Deluxe tier and you get a whole extra bonus show tonight before you go to bed. But if you're in America, it's the middle of the day. So you can listen to us ramble for even longer if you desire, if you wish, of course. But yes, so Rich, you said you're not here next week. No,
I am not here. I am training in work, so I will not be available, unfortunately.
Exciting times. Well, until you make your grand return, tell the fine folk where they can find you online.
You can find me at Displayed Once on Instagram, and also I will be selling my Sentinels on eBay soon, now that I know the price of them.
Did you know how many you got?
I don't know, Dan. Phil,
okay, you can
maybe?
tell me privately. All right, it's cool. I've got an offer for you. Right, and before we go, let me just end this poll. I always forget to end the poll, so I'm doing it now live before I forget. So I'm ending the poll. Which would you like a second chance out regarding the HasLabs? Of course, the Sentinel won with 43%. Engine of Vengeance in second with 35%, because let's be honest, nobody has that end of display apart from Dwight Stool. Galactus with 18% and Giant Man with 4%, but that's because Giant Man is about to hit this month, so keep an eye out for that. Shout out Ryan Ting for dropping a few little nuggets throughout the stream. Like, again, we may take that. What Rich's favourite character stream incoming. Just watch out. It's incoming. But yes, we will see you on the after show if you are following us there. If you're not a problem. We'll see you Sunday for Legend of Liquor. And then if not, I'll be back next week with a special guest. host. Probably Jay, but maybe someone else. Who knows? We'll talk about it. Jay, you busy next week? Let's get out of here. Where's my end screen? There it is. See you next week. Now my audio works in a Zoom call. I'm very excited. Now Rich and me and Rich can do watch-alongs and everything. Exciting time, Rich. Rich, how excited are you? He's crashed again, but it's fine. The show's ending, so it's the perfect time for it to crash. Click one of these videos, and I'll see you on the after show if Rich is still here. Maybe. Bye-bye.